Okay, now the question in the on the lips of many Nigerians is that what will the federal government do now? They now know that Biafra is very very strong. That no matter what they will do, no matter the kind of threat, no matter the whatever, it is not going to work. It is not going to kill Biafra. It is not going to collapse or see the end of Biafra. They are just deceiving themselves. You see what we are running from in this country. Definitely, we will see come back. We are just moving around circles. There are two things I have. I know. I have discovered. One thing is that until everybody comes together and say yes, this Nigeria that we are talking about, oh, Nigeria is one, Nigeria is one, until we come out and play it genuinely, the people who are the aim of leadership, they must seem to see, appear to be doing the right thing, not to appear to be doing the right thing, and they must do the right thing. That when you talk about Nigeria is one, yes, it must be Nigeria is one. You don't need anybody to tell you that it is true. Everybody will feel it. Everybody will experience it. That it will get to a level that nobody will be able to, everybody's mouth will be shut, or if those who are criticizing, they will not be able to say anything. They will not know that it is true. Nigeria is one. That is the only thing. And the second thing is, let everybody, every region go their separate way. Those who are agitating for their nation, let them go. That is when we will have peace. Then if there's going to be another problem within because that has been the problem of a lot of people, that even if you divide Nigeria, you will see people, even family, they have quarrels, they have whatever. Yes, it is, because from what we are seeing now, even in the southwest, that they always claim that they are this, they are that, you see there's a big trouble, a big problem among them. But because of the hypocrisy and all those eye service, that's why they are when you leave a you are inside the house and you put a fire on top of the roof and you are sleeping, of course you can't sleep. So they are trying to avoid that, but there's a big problem because there's that division there. Because some people are saying, oh, we are the real Yorubas. When you talk about the Ondo and the Ekiti people, it's like they are different from the ones from Ogun. They are different from the Oyo and all of that. The Kwara, of course, we know all of those stories. People will tell you that people will see, there will still going to be division. Definitely there's going to be division. But when you speak one language, you can fight yourself as many times as you want when you have the same culture. So until the country or people are allowed to go their separate way, that is when there will be peace. Or we try to come out and make sure that this one Nigeria we are talking about, it is not just ordinary mouth. We must see action. Because in the recent, whether people divide or not, people who are serious with their lives, who are serious with what they want, they will still move on. But it will be so sweet, it will be good that we are together as a nation. But unfortunately, that is not happening because the wall is getting cracked. The wall is getting cracked every day. You can imagine the people who call themselves Gen Z, who are supposed to know better, who have access to information. They are the ones who are neck deep inside this tribalism. That is when it will be difficult. But I've always said it, in my opinion, because you can't even predict Nigerians. I've always said it that it will only take one person in this country, Nigeria, to make sure that these things really work out. And the person must be a president, and the president must be a genuine person who, to a very large extent, of course we know that nobody is perfect, but to a very large extent, the person should be able to have a pass mark, 70 or 75%, not even 80%, 70 to 75%. The person is genuine about the unity of this country. That is when we can get it right. Because you see all this nonsense happening between Igbos and Yorubas, and I think across the board, when you talk about tribalism, it will take only a president who is genuine to call everybody to order. You call all the governors, you call all the politicians, the traditional rulers, you call them to order that nobody should be talking about Igbo, this. Nobody should be talking about that. Nobody should be any small thing you begin to, call out a tribe. If we have somebody who is genuine and who is not a looter, who has really come to do the work of being a president, not to come and enrich himself, that is where we can get it right. So when people say, oh, the change we are talking about, it starts with you, it starts with this person. No, it has to be from top to bottom. And I've always been giving this analysis that, when you talk about, put a family as an example, no matter what you do, no matter what you think about children, the parents must be held responsible. When you don't put the children in the right path and you expect the children on their own accord, You talk about toddlers, preteen and teen and teenagers. You expect them to do things on their own accord. Is it not what you have been feeding them with that they are going to grow up with? We know at times, no matter what, even if you have a 3 or 4 children, most of the time, maybe not even most of the time, the children will come out the way you have trained them. But rarely, occasionally, you see maybe 1 or 2 persons will just want to, to deviate or to be wanted. But if you really you stand your ground and you know that you have done your part, you know that the three who you have trained very well will do the right thing. But if you train them anyhow, they will come out like that. So you cannot expect the citizens. I remember when Buhari came on board, they saying that the change start from the change that we are talking about, it must start from the people at the lower end. No, it must start from you, because when you do the right thing, everybody will follow suit. So if all those things are not there, forget it. If you have somebody who is the leader who does not care, they will come out and be telling you nonsense. Of course, when you have somebody like Bayo Onanuga at presidency, so that means he's talking, he's saying the mind of the president, and that is to tell you where we have been today, the kind of nonsense. Buhari was there too. It was all shades of nonsense that they dish out, and Tinubu came boldly and said he was going to continue from there. So I've just been saying many things because we have a lot of examples that we can really cite. So now that this so-called what do they call them? This the presidency now see that with all the bugbe where they do, Biafra is still standing strong. You can imagine the way they are disgracing themselves. They say they went to US to go and lobby that there's a Christian this, the Biafra paid money, and the other one said okay, the government paid money. Why should you pay money? Do the right thing. You must stand tall. See, since the beginning of this year now, the president left the country since last year. Is that how a responsible president behaves? And somebody like Joe Igboke was telling us that Tinubu is cutting this, is a planning. Which this, since he came on board, we know all the places he has gone to, what benefits. Not to talk of the person is not even in the country since this year, and they see it's a normal thing. Until we are ready, but of course we are not going to be ready. That is it. So the presidency, if they are serious about this whole thing, they will know that all these things, trying to threaten people that don't say anything. Who would have thought that after jailing Nnamdi Kanu or sending Simon Ekpa to prison, that they will still be talking about Biafra? And you imagine what happened within the football match that happened in Morocco. Some people see your brother Biafra. That's to say they know, say all this cock and bull story, sentencing them the candle to whatever. It's not holding water. The Biafra still stand gidigba. And like I said, there are two things until we prove that we are really one and we'll do the needful. If not, the second option is going to be the solution. Whether we try to push it forward, whether 100 years, 50 years, 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, it will still happen. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.